So, before we start, can we just take an appreciation for my bed and the spread? I love it so much. I am Styleboy and welcome to my world and my bed again. Oh, we love it. So about a week ago, I asked you guys on Instagram, would you rather see like a back to school outfit ideas or a university self-care package? And y'all voted for the university self-care package. This doesn't just apply for people who are in uni, this applies for people who are in like schools, like high school or college. And it applies for anyone who isn't in college and isn't just the general world. This also applies for you bitches. This is just all what works for me. Again, what might work for me might not work for you, but these are just suggestions. And honestly, these are things that I realize they help boost my mental state and my emotional state and just make me feel good. Especially during this time, I think self-care is so important and I feel like it's good to take care of yourself. I feel like everyone deserves time to take care of themselves and take care of their mentality and take care of literally you. You are so important and I feel like you deserve it. Before we start, obviously, like subscribe. And I think we shall get started. The first thing is actually physical uni, like going there, like you're physically there. Like you're out of the house, you are there. So I thought to fit with the style of the video, I would show what I feel like helps me physically with a backpack. Ta-da! The first thing I would recommend is water, and especially a big water bottle. These are big sizes. If you need water, it's really good just to bring it so you can drink it throughout the day, especially when you feel thirsty. And I also have to say, it really does help bring it, especially if you start getting anxious and you're one of the people who feels like when you're out, you start to get a dry throat. And I also forgot to say the most obvious fact, it's water. So it hydrates your body. So obviously that's a good thing. So if you ever feel tired or exhausted, or you feel like you go out to faint because you feel lightheaded, drink water and it will help. I don't know why I didn't say this in the video, but it's literally the most obvious answer. It's kind of the same with the snack. I definitely noticed that does help for me to bring both. I mean, it's water, so it's obviously taking care of your body. Like everyone needs water. So it's such a big element of self-care. Also, another reason, it's your water bottle. So you know where it's come from. You know how you cleaned it. You know that you are safe. Sometimes it's just easier, especially if you are feeling anxious because of COVID and the world generally. It's easier to know like, hey, this water bottle was from me. I know that I cleaned it. I know that I had this all prepared and ready. It's sometimes a much simpler option mentally. Second thing that's in my bag, for safety reasons, a mask. I actually have now, because I've also ordered one more, so it's gonna end up being 5, and hand sanitizer. I know that some autistic people do find it leading to sensory overload. I do know that sometimes a mask, especially for me, does make me feel very stuffy and very like overwhelmed quickly, because you can feel like the heat of your breath, especially when it gets hot, and then the mask circulates the heat and it becomes like stuffy and cloudy, and then also you have to remember social distance. It gets overwhelming. So my tip with that, go outside. Like as soon as there's an opportunity, go outside, especially when you start feeling sensory overload. Go to an area that is not as busy and take off your mask and breathe. It allows you to breathe a lot more comfortably. It can help you calm down, especially like outside. I do kind of notice that. It makes you feel more at ease. But also I just wanted to do a try on, because I got 2 of these from Etsy, which I think they were both £6. I got this from Skinny Dip and this was in a pack of 2. Like look how cute this is. I'll put the exact one down below. This one is also really cute. I find also with masks, generally I do prefer fabrics, just to be safe. The most obvious solution, because if you know me, you know I love music, so of course I'm my headphones. These ones are from Urbanista, and there's these like rose gold AirPod dupes. To be honest, I am looking for another pair of headphones though, so if you guys know a good pair, comment down below. With headphones, music is escapism. Music is literally so perfect for it. I cannot tell you the amount of times I have felt overwhelmed, flustered, sensory overload, like I'm panicking, I'm like confused, I'm literally like everything, and music has helped me so much. Like music helps me feel controlled, music helps me feel at ease, music does help me feel balanced, and honestly putting on music, I kid you not, is literally the best form of self-care for me. I adore it. Like even if I feel overwhelmed at home, I will still put music on. I'm gonna put a couple of Spotify playlists that I would think would help you feel a little bit more at ease. I find that if I do feel overwhelmed, I'll probably listen to music that makes me feel more calm. I'm gonna put down my favorite Spotify playlists down below so you guys can check them out and enjoy them as well. They're all the physical items. Now, for things that I would do generally at university, firstly, I think it's definitely take breaks. Take a break! I cannot stress this enough to you. take a break. Whether that means going outside, whether that means going to the back, whatever that means, take a break for yourself and breathe. Like, take a couple of minutes just to breathe. COVID and everything like that is a lot at the moment. So remembering to take a little break for yourself is really helpful. Make yourself feel at ease, honestly. And having a plan or having a rough idea of what you to do, it does really help because it makes you feel in control and it makes you feel like I know what I'm doing, I know where I'm going, I know exactly what to do and you know what to follow. So this can literally apply to any situation. So whether it is literally like the day, like I don't know, like your lessons plan and you know what you're doing, or whether it is something more extensive like using a planner or using Google Calendars, because that's the thing. I know that helps me. Even if there is no structure in life, having a little bit for yourself, it really helps. I would also say going out with friends you do feel more comfortable with, that does help a lot. The people you are more comfortable with when you go out, the more at ease you will feel, the more like you'll breathe basically. When you've hit your limit, go. If you feel like you've hit your limit to the point where like, I can't take it, like I want to go home, go home. I kind of understand that not everyone can do this at all times. For example, like your job, sometimes you can't just suddenly leave. At those moments when you feel like you do hit your limit, please take a break. Please do not stay because you feel like you have to stay. Stay if you feel like you can do it, because I know the times that I've stayed just so I can get it done and I actually come home and I feel exhausted and tired and horrible and shitty, and literally it's been the worst time. And even at school when I feel like, oh my god, I have to stay and oh my god, I have to do this. No, that's your point. Like, take a break. You need a break. You need to relax. You need to take a little bit of time for yourself. Sometimes it does get a lot and sometimes we always push ourselves because we've always been told to. There are points where pushing is too much and we become exhausted. You shouldn't have to push yourself to the point where you are so uncomfortable and so exhausted and so tired. And remember that you are strong for stopping and you're still equally as strong for knowing your limit and wanting to go home. And you are equally as strong by feeling what you feel. I go on to the next bit, which is at home, or aka at accommodation. Now we're in my parents' room. Again, great lighting. I can't complain here. So this one is when you're at home and you just want to escape. These are all physical items and then I'll discuss like other things we can do for self-care. One of them is just escape yourself into something. Like make yourself feel good and just get lost in another world or get lost within yourself. So for me, I'm a super creative person. So for me, it is more creative outlets. So one of them, particularly during quarantine, that I've been doing, and it honestly has really helped just keep my mind sane and keep me in focus, has been actually collaging with this gorgeous sketchbook with a Glossier label. I honestly have just been doodling and sketching and drawing. So I'm not kidding, I drew me as a Disney prince. Aren't I fabulous? I also have been doing so many like fun collages. Like we have this masterpiece and then also this, like I don't know, like it for me, they just really help me calm down and escape, and I can spend for ages, and I mean for ages on it, like hours and hours just doing a collage and drawing. It helps me be calm. Same with makeup actually, particularly with makeup looks. I love doing creative looks, and particularly with this palette, which I still can't believe I have this. Like this is the Nikki Tutorials X View Bay palette. Look at the possibilities, guys. It's so beautiful. Okay, slight off note, but have you seen the shade? Bride, bitch, I'm on to you. Look at that. Nikki Tutorials, I know, does this. She does like a mini thing called makeup therapy. I know Alyssa Ashley does this also, and they both use makeup as a form of therapy and just to let it all out. And honestly, it does really help. Like I know particularly I had a really bad day. I'm actually gonna put the post where I actually did a look where I was feeling so just emotionally lost and confused, and it honestly just helped to let it all out into a makeup look. Honestly, it's so calming as well because it makes you just feel like I can do what I want, and it again escapes you from the world for a bit, and it's taking care of yourself by like, let's nurture you and let's do something you enjoy that makes you feel confident in yourself again. Doing activities that make you feel confident in yourself honestly does help, including the Switch. You guys know my current addiction with Animal Crossing. It's still there. My island, oh, she coming together. Thank Jesus Christ, I've been waiting for this moment. Let me give you a little bit of an updated tour. So now I've completely transformed this area into this like lavish kind of almost like park area. Then we cross the bridge and now we have this pathway. You can look closely, there's freaking stars on it. Also look at my fit. I am styling out like no other. Look at these pastel colors work. Yes honey. Go up to my shopping district. Ooh, we have a little cafe area, and then we got this. Look how pretty it is. Now tell me you would not want to live here on Fabtopia. And now we're in my little park area. area. Again, she's being improved. Isn't it pretty? It helps me stay in control. It helps me create an island that I want to make. And it honestly is, again, so calming and so fun. Oh, I actually would say another tip when you do get home to escape, get off social media, take a moment off it. I didn't actually realize this until I was making my bed, how helpful it is to get off your phone for a bit, especially during a time where it's a little bit more stressful or more chaotic. It doesn't have to be like a ban for like a month or whatever. It could literally just be for the day. You just get off it and you let your mind stay at ease and you feel more comfortable and you just kind of detox away from it, because sometimes honestly it is a lot. And again, particularly now, social media can get very dark and very sad. As much as like there's so many incredible things, it can be really, really sad and it can make you feel very shitty. So 100% taking a break from it is really healthy to do. Another thing I would actually say for a bit of an escape is actually films, but the right kind of films though. Films, I would say, that make you feel good but have a message or face struggle so you don't feel alone in that struggle. So there's some films that I know do that very well. So it's like Moana. Moana is one of these films though, I watch it every single time and I learn something from it. Inside Out, my god, did I need that film. I watched it again recently when I was really struggling mentally and it helped so much. Love Rosie, not only is it cute and adorable and aesthetically pleasing, but also again, it's really good because it makes you feel good at the end, but they both face struggles and it's, I don't know, like films where they face like an actual struggle makes me feel better. I would also say Friends, they help so much. FaceTiming, chatting, texting, calling. Honestly, for me, I do realize the importance of talking to a friend about basically anything and everything. Quarantine has felt very isolating because you want to be independent. You want to be like, oh my god, I can do this by myself. But honestly, you need friends, you need family, you need people there for you. Like people who make you feel good. Whether you are in a relationship, which by the way, you are so lucky if you are. Still waiting for my man. A good friend or a family member or whoever, guardian, literally anyone really. Like therapy also is a really good source. Anyone you could just let it all out to and you can discuss it with. It really does help. I noticed this recently, like having that shift from feeling like, oh my god, I rely on people too much to actually I need someone. It's okay to want someone, to want a friend, to want someone there for you. Let a friend there and be there for someone and listen to them and to talk about literally anything. I'm not kidding you. Me and my friend Kat would text each other about guys we found hot. We both found Anthony Ramos hot, so we both have taste. Just talking about anything. It can either be something deeper, like when I went out with me and Hannah, we literally were discussing about how we were both feeling and it felt good just to be listened and not be judged for that opinion. And then also with me and Yusuf, we've literally been like FaceTiming and literally the last time we FaceTimed, we felt so good. We literally talked about everything. So definitely have a good source of connection just to make you feel you're not alone in this. You never are alone, like oh my god. And if you don't have that someone, let me introduce you to YouTube and the greatness of it. I love it. I've realized, especially during quarantine, how much I don't view it like a social media and I just view it as like a friend. Because for me, what I find with the YouTubers that I watch is just, they're almost like you're with a friend and you're talking about something extremely passionate about or that you enjoy talking about. Like, oh, particularly YouTubers that I'm thinking about, Kenny JD. Just a little snack, guys. Oh, her bad movies in the beat. Trim Lavelle. Oh my god, I love her. She does, again, commentary on films. Yes! Ashley! Oh god, we love Ashley. Like,
Bach as a ghostwriter, Bach flop.
all her videos, I love her humor. Go and enjoy them. I think that's mainly like I'm gonna do in here. Now we're on to the last location where we are gonna be doing it in my room. So this is like the ones that I feel like make the biggest impact for me. First thing is a comfort place. So somewhere that you feel like when you feel overwhelmed or stressed, you can always go back to. And that is my room. For me, my room has always been like a safe haven. And I kind of notice when my room loses that safe havenness, I start to freak out. So having my room that feels like a room makes me feel good. It makes me feel at ease and calm. It makes me feel in control. No matter how upset or sad or overwhelmed or stressed I go, I will always come back to my room. So whether it's your living room, your general accommodation or your home, your bedroom, outside, like always just have that one place. You're able to feel comfortable and you're able to feel everything in here. Another thing I will say, do not be afraid to feel every single emotion. When I was making this bed, I got really stressed. And during the day of like tidying up and cleaning up, when I finally done, like I was really getting overwhelmed with university and with the way the world is at the moment with COVID again. And I started freaking out. And I came up here and I literally was just like, had a a mini freak out. But I allowed myself to feel it, and then I continued to put one foot in front of the other and hide in my room, and then I felt much better because I knew mentally what was up. And it's good to be in touch with your feelings and good to be in touch with your emotions and to feel what you feel. It's so important to do that. Do not neglect your feelings because of the way others want you to be like that or whatever. Like, no. You are okay to feel anything. Feel everything, because that's honestly going to be the way you get through it, by feeling it. You ignore it or you continue to push through, you aren't going to get help that way. You're going to suffer. You're going to be in pain. It's better to feel it and to let it all out, feel better, and know how to conquer it. Third thing, sometimes it's easier just doing one step at a time and taking your time. Taking your time is so essential. Do not rush anything. When you take it at a pace you feel comfortable at, you feel more at ease, you feel more confident, you feel you can do it. That's how I feel, and honestly, that's what I've learned. I know that there are deadlines, and I know that sometimes like taking your time is maybe not the easiest, but what I would do as a solution is probably to plan, so you have as much time as possible to do it, and you can take it at a slower rate, or a rate that you feel comfortable. I did this when it came to my UCAS form, aka my university application, so I did it twice. In 2018, I rushed it, and I was like trying to get everything, and it ended up being shit. In 2019, I took my time, I knew exactly what I was doing, and I felt personally much more comfortable allowing myself to have that time versus rushing it. One of the things that makes me feel really good is trimming my facial hair and trimming my body hair. I'm not saying you have to do this. This is, again, with all the physical things, these are very personal to me. But for me, I like having a little stubble, and I like being hairless around my body. My armpits be hairless, my chest and my stomach, and then my down below, I like to be small hair. And for my butt, because I did that recently and that felt like an experience, I don't mind hair being there, but I like it also. But it's not like, oh my god, I depend on it, but it makes me feel good that I do it. It's the same also with painting my nails. I love painting my nails. Honestly, painting my nails helps me so much just feel like myself. Painting my nails makes me feel really good, and it makes me feel like me. I also do like exercise. However, for me, I do not rely on exercise. Doing stuff that moves your body, that makes you feel good, that feels good. And honestly, doing things that do make you feel good. So no matter if it's a bath or blow drying your hair or your haircut, masturbation, whatever you do, like hugging a freaking teddy, listening to music, whatever you do that makes you feel good, do it. You are the one in control. As long as you feel good doing that, that is most important. Honestly, you are valid and you are loved. Take care of yourself. If you did enjoy this, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I shall see you guys very, very soon. Cheers, adios, goodbye people, goodbye.